What's up YouTube, Zero here, and today I have the Goblu boss battle in Clair Obscure Expedition 33. In this video, I'll go over the boss battle, talk about some tips and tricks, talk about what I did throughout the battle, and hopefully help you out defeat this boss. Now before I get into it, I do want to say if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more Expedition 33 content. I do a bunch of other video games, a bunch of other RPGs. I also do Call of Duty and Pokemon TCG Pocket. If you're into any of those games, definitely check those out. But definitely hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It does really help out me and my channel. Thank you so much in advance for doing so. Without further ado, let's talk about this Goblu boss battle. Now, Goblu, you are going to face as a part of the main storyline. In Expedition 33, there are side quest bosses that you can go exploring for. There are also main quest bosses. This is a main quest boss. Now, one of the first moves you're going to encounter when you face Goblu is the move you just saw there. He jumps up and hits the ground. You have to either dodge or parry that ground pound. You cannot jump over it. When I first faced Goblu, I thought you could jump over that attack. You cannot avoid it by jumping. You either have to dodge or parry, so that's just something to note. But after you get the timing, you can kind of see throughout this video that there's a slight pause before he goes down to hit the ground, and that's almost when you want to dodge or parry, depending upon which one you prefer. Sometimes, just for whatever reason, you feel like one is easier than the other. I don't know why that is, but whatever one you feel most comfortable with, go ahead and do that one. Now, one of the tricks that Goblu has up its sleeve is it summons these red and blue flowers. Now, you have one of two options when it comes to these red and blue flowers. You can either destroy them, you can shoot the orb above these flowers, or you can let them be. Now, if you let them be, after a time, they are going to be absorbed into Goblu. And what they do is they provide extra shields and they provide extra power for Goblu's attacks. So that's just something to note. However, if you are pretty good at dodging or parrying his moves, you may not need to worry about his enhanced power because you're dodging his moves, so he's not hitting you anyway. So that's just something to note. If you're really not worried about him hitting you, if you get good at timing his attacks, you're not going to need to worry about his enhanced power, and you can just deal extra damage instead of worrying about taking out the flowers. That's what I opted to do because I wanted to set up each of my team members so I could attack with the powerful attacks that I have. I wanted to save up so I could get Gustav's Overcharge. I wanted to get Mael's Pierce because that's an extremely powerful move, and I wanted to make sure I could set up my party appropriately. Getting through the two shields really isn't too hard, just takes 2 hits. And again, if you are pretty skilled at either dodging or parrying and you're not too worried about his enhanced flower power, then you can just dodge and not really worry and just hit him. Because you can see once his arms start to come down for his 2-hit attack, that's really when you want to dodge. So it's a pretty easy dodge on both of his moves if that's what you choose. Now, going through this battle, if you did want to take out the flowers, that's just something that you're going to have to shoot at. You're going to have to use AP with your gun to make sure that Goblu doesn't get that enhanced power. Definitely up to you. You can win the battle either way. I've beaten the game twice now. The first time I went through the game, I took out the flowers. This second time, I decided not to take out the flowers. So either way works. I've defeated Goblu both ways. But you can see here as he's coming down, right before he hits the ground is where you want to dodge. Once he starts coming down, you can see I tried to dodge a little too early. You have to wait just a split second before he hits the ground and dodge, and you can dodge his ground pound. But again, you cannot jump to avoid that attack. So we are coming down to closer to the end of the video. So I do want to talk about my party a little bit, because sometimes the way you set up your party is going to be fantastic for how you're able to defeat enemies. So in this setup, I have Loon as my healer, I have Mael as my damage dealer, and I have Gustav as my supporter type character. Mael is going to be really my biggest damage dealer. All of them can deal damage, but I'm focused more on Mael dealing that damage. So really what's going to happen in battle is Lune is going to set up fire damage on whatever opponent I am going to attack. Then Mael is going to come in with Swift Stride and change to Virtuose stance, which is her most powerful stance. It's something that you want to try and get Mael in as much as possible. Gustav is going to be able to do one of two things. He's going to either be able to power up Mael, or he's going to mark Goblu, so Mael can deal a massive amount of damage with Pierce when in Virtuoso stance. Then, throughout the battle, as I get hit, Lune is going to be able to heal up the team. But you can see here, Pierce is a phenomenal, powerful move that can really deal a lot of damage. But thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, peace.